Big divide between west and east as far as rainfall totals today with the latest system. We'll talk about the rain on the way. Mild weather to end the week, but signs of more wintry weather, colder, perhaps snowier by the end of next week. So already the rain is piling up off to the west. An inch of rain reported in Renville this morning. Pretty wide area of anywhere from a quarter to 3/4 of an inch of rain across the west central part of the state. For the most part, nothing reaching eastern Minnesota yet. It's a pretty narrow swath of rain that's following this low-level jet or winds at about 4,000 feet above the ground, transporting moisture northward. And for eastern Minnesota, including the Twin Cities into western Wisconsin, the problem today is some pretty dry air aloft here. This is the sounding or the balloon launch from early this morning showing the temperature and dew point with height. And you can see a big discrepancy between the two as you get above the ground. And that means there's a lot of dry air to work through. So that area of rain will try to move eastward, but here's noon, still off to the west. By mid to late afternoon, we'll start to see some scattered light showers into the evening hours, but it becomes more broken and really fizzles out pretty quickly as both that low-level jet stream support diminishes, but also the area of moisture will diminish here. That precipitable water content we'll show you here in a second. So big divide between west and east as far as rainfall totals, up to an inch for parts of southwestern, west central Minnesota, but as you get into the Twin Cities, maybe just a tenth of an inch or so, and then less even as you move into western Wisconsin. So this is that plume of moisture we're watching, and you can see it really just kind of shifts on east and really diminishes here across Minnesota, the eastern part of the state by the end of the day. And this is those low-level winds, those winds at 4,000 feet up. That forcing moves pretty quickly to the east too. So combination of factors that's going to limit the rainfall totals in the Twin Cities and eastern Minnesota today. In the 40s though, cloudy for everybody for the most part and a bit breezy. Southeast winds here 10 to 20 today, and we are still on track for a push of a couple of very mild days. Friday, Saturday, well into the 50s. Maybe even near 60 out on the Buffalo Ridge, possible. 40 still in northern Minnesota. And the mild air persists into early next week, but there are signs that things are going to change as far as temperature and precipitation. Still active next week, but a big cutoff low develops. That's going to allow colder air to sink into the central U.S. and also a prolonged precipitation event starting Monday night into Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, maybe lingering into Friday. And that means that we could see some snow as that colder air moves in. So way too early to tell about totals and where, but right now, increasing odds that there'll be at least some snow. This is the chance of an inch plus of snowfall by the end of next week in total. Better odds for northern Minnesota, but almost 50-50 here even in the Twin Cities by the end of next week, and definitely cooler too. By next Wednesday, a week from now, highs mostly in the 30s, but by then, the normal high is 40. So temperatures in the mid to upper 30s is actually just a little bit below normal, but it looks as though we will be in that slightly below normal range here much of late next week, which will be a shock to us because we have been overall warmer than normal so far this month of November. 47 today. Some showers for us by the late afternoon, evening hours, but most of the rain, much of the day will be across central Minnesota. Lingering clouds, a little fog into tomorrow, but brighter skies Friday. 53 with the most sunshine we'll have over the next several days. Clouds increase again Saturday, but milder, 55. Still 51 Sunday, still low 50s Monday, and then Tuesday we'll start to see that transition as that next prolonged storm system moves in. Showers develop Monday night into Tuesday. Again, potentially lingering into Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, along with the transition to much colder temperatures.